cities in Georgia. Whoever wrote my script wasn't thinking. They come from Bexley, Georgia, Appling High School. Applause on an auditioned group of 36 singers, 4 runners, and 10 instrumentalists from Appling County High School. They're directed by Karen Davis, with assistant directors Shona Pate, Dusty Arnold, and Greg Hanson. Adult musicians Kim Johnson, Ike Pate, and Jimmy Davis. They're choreographed by Damon Brown. Their selections for tonight's show are Peter Gunn, What Makes a Good Man, with soloist Gabe Spell. Help, Everybody Needs Somebody, and Renegade, God Bless the Child, with soloist Gabe Spell and Caleb Wilson. Vehicle, Think, with soloist Trey Pate and Raven Mosley, and Are You Ready for a Miracle, with soloist Addison Avera. Join our show choir as they tell the story of Jake and Elwood Blues, the Blues Brothers. Our show starts with Jake being released from prison and reunited with his brother Elwood. Jake's determined to return to the straight and narrow road that he learned from the community center in his youth. But will Jake and Elwood be able to clean up their act? Will they be able to put their band back together and save the community center? Watch now as Appling Applause tells the story of this dynamic duo. Let's welcome Appling Applause.
lose. So the Bible says, and it still is news. Mom may have, and Papa may have. God bless the child that's got his own. Well, that's got his own. They won't be around anymore. No, no. And rich reputations may give you trust of bread and such. You can help yourself, but don't take too much. Mom may have, and Papa may have. God bless the child who can stand up and say, I got my own. Skeleton.
Fun to see the Blues Brothers. Let me remind you that our balcony is for the performing group. So we've got a new group coming up next. If you are not a fan or a family member from that area, come on down and sit with us in the main section down here, and let's reserve the section upstairs for family members and fans of the group that is performing on the stage. Also want to remind you that while you're moving around the campus, we appreciate it if you would wear your mask. I've seen groups perform singing and dancing hard with masks on today, and I know if they can do that with a mask on, then we can just move around the campus that way, so we appreciate that. Let me introduce to you our third judge. I've introduced two of them this afternoon. I also want to introduce to you Mr. Jerry Cunningham. He's currently the director of the Tallahassee Chamber of Commerce and also serves as the director of fine arts for Tallahassee City Schools. For 20 years, Jerry was the choral director for Tallahassee High School. From 1997, he served as choral director at Auburn High School in Auburn, Alabama. His choirs have been invited to perform for the Alabama Music Educators Conference, the Alabama Vocal Association, and the American Choral Directors Association, and one of his arrangements, O Jesu Christe, was performed at the Southern Division Choral Directors Convention in Knoxville, Tennessee. His most recent arrangement, The Lonely Carnivron, was published in 2017. As an educator, Mr. Cunningham was named the Outstanding Teacher in 1995 by the Auburn City Schools. He was awarded the WSFA Class Act Award in 1994 and again in 2003. He was recognized by the Alabama PTA organization as one of the state's top educators in 1995. He served on the board of Alabama Vocal Association for 20 years and also served as the president of the Alabama Choral Directors Association. He received both his undergraduate and graduate degrees from Auburn University. He's been married to Donna Spivey for 36 years, and they have 3 children who have all been involved in show choir. Would you give a round of applause for Mr. Jerry Cunningham and and all of our 3 judges that are in the room today judging all of our groups. That's a big job, and we appreciate them being here today. We're getting ready for our next group. If you would, if you got a minute, you need to stretch, go out in the lobby, visit ProCat, get you a lollipop. That'll give you a little burst of energy for the rest of this afternoon. Let me remind you that awards for this group, small mixed division, are going to be in our high school gym. So we will not be in here for awards. We'll be in the gym, and that will be at 5:45. Directors, we need 2 representatives from each of the choirs in small mixed to meet with us in the gym at 5:30 so we can get ready for awards. Each group needs 2 reps to meet at the gym at 5:30, and those awards and the solo competition, soloists, will take place at 5:45. We'll be back in just a minute.